Please stand for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Cardinals. Today is Veterans Day, and today we honor those who have fought for our nation's freedom, those who have gone before us, and those who are still with us. So we are going to have a ceremony to honor those veterans. In 1921, an American soldier, his name known but to God, was buried in Arlington National Cemetery. This grave became the symbol of dignity and reverence for America's veterans. Similar ceremonies had occurred in England and France. These memorial ceremonies took place on November 11th. The day became known as Armistice Day because it was on November 11th that the armistice to end World War I was signed. If the dream that World War I was the war to end all wars had been realized, November 11th might still be called Armistice Day. But World War II broke out, followed by many other wars and conflicts. As a way to honor all those who had served our country, President Eisenhower in 1954 signed a bill proclaiming November 11th as Veterans Day. This day is to honor all who have served, and it is time to pay special tribute to those who have paid the supreme sacrifice and given their lives for their country. During this memorial candle lighting ceremony, we will pause to remember all who have paid this sacrifice. The Revolutionary War gave birth to our nation. It began in 1775 with the shot heard round the world when colonial troops clashed with British troops at Lexington. The war lasted 8 years. When it was over, the 13 colonies were one country, the United States of America. I am now lighting the candle representing the 6,800 Americans who were killed during the Revolutionary War. The War of 1812 was fought between the United States and Great Britain from 1812 to 1815. It was during this war that Francis Scott Key wrote our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. I am now lighting the candle honoring the 2,260 American soldiers who died in that war. The Mexican War began with an attack on American troops along the southern border of Texas in 1846. It ended in 1847 and resulted in the United States gaining areas that would become Texas, California, Arizona, and New Mexico. I am now lighting the candle honoring the 13,283 Americans who died in the Mexican War. The Civil War was fought between the Union troops of the northern states and the Confederacy of the South because of disagreements over states' rights and slavery. It lasted from 1861 until 1865. More Americans were killed in this war than in any other war before or since. I am lighting the candle representing the 624,511 American soldiers who were killed during the Civil War. The Spanish-American War was fought in 1898 between Spain and the United States. This war was fought mainly because Cuban patriots were demanding independence from Spain. As a result of this war, the United States emerged as an international power. I am now lighting the candle representing the 2,385 soldiers who were killed in this war. World War I started in 1914 when an assassin gunned down Archduke Franz Ferdinand in Austria-Hungary. It involved most of the world's great powers. The United States entered in 1917 and helped the Allies win a victory by 1918. Over 10 million people died in this war to end all wars. I am now lighting the candle in remembrance of the 116,516 American soldiers killed during World War I. World War II began in 1939 when Germany invaded Poland. The United States entered the war after Japan attacked Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941. This was the most costly war in the history of mankind. Over 50 million lives were lost in this war, which was fought in every corner of the world. The war ended in 1945 after 2 atomic bombs were dropped on Japan. I am now lighting the candle that represents the 405,399 American soldiers killed during World War II. The Korean conflict between communist and non-communist forces in Korea began in 1950 and lasted until 1957. The United States came to the aid of South Korea in order to contain communism. I am now lighting the candle that represents the 54,246 Americans who were killed during this conflict. The Vietnam conflict was the longest conflict in which our nation was ever involved. In 1961, the United States began supplying troops to South Vietnam in order to support it in its war against the Communist North. In 1973, a ceasefire agreement that allowed U.S. troops to withdraw was signed, but it solved few problems. I am now lighting the candle that represents the 58,220 Americans who were killed during the Vietnam conflict. In addition to all those we have previously mentioned, Americans have given their lives in the defense of freedom in Beirut, Grenada, Desert Storm, Somalia, Bosnia, Afghanistan, and Iraq. I am now lighting the candle that represents those 171,580 who have been killed in these conflicts and wars. There is one final candle to light. This is the large candle which I am now lighting. This candle represents the 4,763 Americans who died in the September 11th terrorist attacks. May the light of their lives continue to shine as we search for peace in our world.
Veterans Day is on November 11th at Southport Middle School. We want to reach out to our service members and veterans in need this week. Please help our veterans and service members in need. On Friday, November 12th, we ask 7th graders to please bring in any of the following items to donate to Camp Atterbury. For soldiers and veterans in need: hot dogs, hot dog buns, toothpaste, travel toothbrushes, and shampoo. 8th graders, we didn't forget about you. We would like you to bring in the following items to donate to Camp Atterbury: hot dogs, hot dog buns, individual tuna packets, individual cereal boxes, Pop-Tarts, individual peanut butter packets.
The soaring into November character trait is growth mindset. Students with a growth mindset believe that the ability can change as a result of effort, perseverance, and practice.
It's 1923, and the great Sherlock Holmes, now 80 years old, feels depressed and useless. That all changes, though, when a father of a family next door goes missing and his 2 young daughters hire Holmes to find him. Does the world's greatest detective still have what it takes? Find out in Southport Drama Club's theater production of Help Us, Mr. Holmes. Playdates are Friday, November 12th at 7 p.m. and Saturday, November 13th at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. Tickets are $8 and must be purchased online. To buy tickets, go to secure.pk12.com/school/southportms/584.
Here's some girls basketball tryouts information. It's Monday, November 29th, Tuesday, November 30th, 3:30 to 5 in the South Gym. What you need before tryouts is a physical on file, all paperwork on final forms complete. What you need for tryouts are athletic shoes, athletic shorts, athletic shirt, and hair pulled up out of face. And be on time. Have a ride scheduled to pick you up at 5 p.m.
Attention SMS students, do you have a talent you want to share? Maybe you juggle, sing, dance, play an instrument, or do some magic? You be creative. We will be having a talent show on December 8th at 6:30 p.m.
If you are interested in performing in the talent show, please pick up an application form during your lunchtime or in student services. If you have any questions, ask a student council member, Miss Benny or Miss Brunson.
Please be sure to take your Chromebooks home each night to charge them so you'll be ready for the next school day. Keep soaring high, Cardinals!